This home is a great example of our ethos as a company, which is to design architecture from the inside out. So in that idea, we're trying to build extraordinary spaces and then frame the architecture around that internal environment. And we talk to clients about it, and then we bring them up here and say this is an example of that. And a lot of people are floored by the creativity or just how it doesn't have to be a rectangular box. It could be something more curvaceous or sculptural. And they also feel confident that if we could pull this off, then we'd be able to do something similar for themselves. This building was originally a 1950s warehouse, and it was a metal workshop, so they made machinery out of it. We live above the studio, which is also the place where we both work, and we love this arrangement, mostly because our lives are very fluidly interconnected between our personal lives and our working lives. When we looked at the structure of the original building, we realised it was made at a time when labour was cheap and materials were expensive, and therefore they were used in a very precious way. We adopted that same ethos with the new building. For us, the character of an industrial building is everyday ordinary materials, like brick or galvanised sheeting, and then they to be used in a very inventive and creative way, so that there's a kind of sense of craft that runs through it. Most people who come to stay sort of relish in this kind of very calm monastic atmosphere that's in the space. So you feel people come in and they have a sense of, this is very relaxing here. In curating an atmosphere such as this, I want to dissolve technology and make it disappear. So it's a very customised space where the technology is deeply integrated into the joinery. There are a lot of elements that we design, such as tables, chairs, stools, outdoor sofas. So I feel like what I have here is a space that we imagined. From the outset, I wanted to love the construction and design of this building. It can be a really wonderful experience, and they often go for many years. I think if you're going to invest that much time in your life on something, then don't waste that opportunity. Enjoy it, embrace it, have a lot of fun with it, and that's what we did here. We designed it not for resale or to tick a whole lot of boxes and what you should do, but just for how we live. So we don't have any doors in the apartment. We don't delineate areas, so the walk-in robe and the kitchen and the ensuite and the bedroom, they're not all separated, they flow together because that's how we live. And it kind of creates this very special, unusual space to live in. Striking a great balance between artwork and this space, which has got its own artistic qualities, was really important to us. There's a set of paintings that we have by Mike Parr that we really loved. We've had them for 15 years. And in this area, we don't have any tall cupboards anywhere, except for the wardrobes, which have been really designed as frames for these beautiful paintings. Having a lot of clutter around isn't something that appeals to me. I like things to be quite spare and then quite curated and how they look. But that said, I want to come home and feel like this is my sanctuary, this is where I unwind, this is a very private space, and it has an entirely different character to the studio downstairs. I would describe the studio space as an area that has a great energy to it, but also not an exhausting space. How we delivered that is we really made use of the skylights that come into the space, or the clerestory windows, and very low contrast levels. So it's white on white on white with a terracotta floor. So it builds a very beautiful atmosphere in that space. Within this project, there are new parts and old parts. And what unites them together as one is the ethos of the project. We wanted to make everything an industrial building,